Jesus was not against the keeping of the traditions. He was against the Pharisees using those traditions to scapegoat the blind. Okay, the blind, he's not keeping the Jewish tradition, so he's cursed of God. So we don't have to care for him. So the law had become a way to build a barrier between them and others, to exclude people. So when Jesus said, your traditions, he said, look, your traditions, you say that what I could be using to serve my mother and father, I give to the temple. So the issue there is about service, about caring for people. So if you're a Jew in the village, you can't use your money to serve your parents. You have to bring it to me. I'm a priest in the temple, and give it to me. God will bless you for giving it to the temple. Same doctrine we have today in the church. Someone put on Facebook the other day that we're supposed to care for the widow and for the orphan. And all the pastors quickly came in underneath. The tithe is, bring it to the house of God, the tithe. It's exactly what they were doing there. And the poor person who put up the post, was saying sorry because he was a junior, he couldn't argue with these senior pastors. So he had to try to be nice and back out. But he was hit hard, from all angles, from all people. And and this is what was happening. And Jesus said, likewise, you deny table fellowship to people who don't wash their hands properly. That's another excuse for you to say, well, you're excluded. And so it reduces the size of your table and there's more nice food for yourselves. So you don't care for anyone on the Sabbath. So all of these, the law had become an excuse to outcast people. To put people on the outcast outside your barrier, outside your orbit of care. And they eventually outcast Jesus. And so he's saying to the Pharisees, you hypocrites, you seek to cast people out, where God is looking to bring people in. And this is what the cross is for. The cross is to bring you in. God doesn't make outcasts. He's wanting to reconcile, to draw people back in. You're hypocrites, you're outcasting when you yourself have sin. And you're making outcasts of others. And what about your own sin? So, that's hypocrisy there. So this is what the issue of Jesus wasn't law versus their traditions versus faith. He had no problem with their traditions. It was that they were using their traditions as an excuse not to serve people. And service was the issue. Service is the kingdom of God. This is our priesthood marker. This is what marks us as sons of God. God served the world on the cross. So service is what marks us out as sons of God. This is the issue. It's not faith. Now, faith is there. It's important. But faith is to bring us to God, freely, as a free gift, free forgiveness, so that we can find out the identity of God and then follow him as disciples and become servants of community, the kingdom of God, people in the world. This is what Jesus was speaking about. So faith is a stepping stone into something which is our actual lifestyle as God's people.